Today's video, we're going to talk about quaternary structure of two very common proteins. Quaternary structure refers to a number of things. It could be where a polypeptide subunit has an inorganic component, a prosthetic group, or it could just be where a protein is made up of many different polypeptide subunits. The first protein I'm going to talk about, haemoglobin. Haemoglobin has a quaternary structure, not only because it contains a prosthetic group, but it also has 4 polypeptide subunits. 2 of these subunits are alpha chains, 2 of these subunits are beta chains, and together this makes up one haemoglobin molecule. Haemoglobin is a globular protein. Now what this means is that its final 3D shape is like a sphere, a ball shall we say. It also means this protein is soluble in water. This protein takes part in metabolic roles as opposed to structural, i.e. it's in the blood, in the red blood cells, transport of oxygen. Each of the 4 subunits that make up this haemoglobin globular protein contain a heme group. This heme group is an Fe2+ ion, or an iron-ion. This iron-ion is the prosthetic group. Each subunit can hold 1 molecule of oxygen, so therefore each molecule of haemoglobin can hold 4 molecules of oxygen. The next protein I'm going to talk about is collagen. Collagen is made up of 3 subunits as opposed to haemoglobin's 4. These 3 polypeptide chains are twisted round each other to make a shape very similar to a marshmallow flump. Hydrogen bonds form between each polypeptide chain. This provides extra strength in the rope-like structure. And between each individual rope-like structure, covalent bonds, also known as crosslinks, form. So now you have hydrogen bonds acting in between each polypeptide subunit, but then you have covalent bonds acting between them as a whole to provide extra strength. Unlike haemoglobin, collagen is a fibrous protein. This means as opposed to spheres, this type of protein forms fibres, i.e. ropes. This type of protein is insoluble in water. This type of protein has a structural role. A common exam question is to list the differences between haemoglobin and collagen. To do this, you only really need to know a basic bit about haemoglobin and collagen. The main thing they are asking for is the difference between a globular and a fibrous protein. Haemoglobin is a globular protein, collagen is a fibrous protein. As you know, globular proteins are soluble in water, fibrous proteins are insoluble. Remember, haemoglobin has a prosthetic group, heme, whereas collagen has no prosthetic group. Haemoglobin is made up of 4 polypeptide subunits, whereas collagen is only made up of 3 polypeptide subunits. Haemoglobin forms an alpha helix structure, whereas collagen forms a left-handed helix structure. Over the next day or 2, I'm going to be making more videos on biological molecules. I'm going to cover the food tests, I'm going to cover DNA replication, I'm going to try to cover fatty acids and triglycerides. After that, I'll be moving on to module 2.